Respected friends, sadhakas, welcome for joining this morning session of our 7 Vedic chanting, mantra dhyanam, common sense thought, Guru and Shanti mantras, Sankalpa for the Sanatana Dharma, universal spiritual good, Upanishad mantra Ucharana, Upanishad mantra Adhyana. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 6th chapter, 21st mantra. Today we'll try to see it completely. All these studies are aimed at invoking Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana Krupa, one, knowing all the details regarding how we have to develop our Vyaktitva. Two, with that developed Vyaktitva, we become asset to the world, if not at least not a liability. And within us, we grow spiritually, and then we add to the spiritual growth and glow of the entire world with our own capacities as we are chosen by the divine. Welcome in our Vedic chanting today. We will be learning Parnamani Dharana Sukta. Parnamani is one of the uh, part of the one of the tree uh, in which the divinity is hidden, knowing that is revealed to the rishis, knowing that Parnamani Dharana mainly for the Raja and all of us can. That does what invokes all divine Shaktis in us and wards off all the outer enemies. That is how inner and outer enemies, these mantras and these aushadhis, etc., to our saints and sages, in their heated meditational seats, when they inquired, the divinity, the Paramatma Tattva, revealed to them. Let us be clear about it. Rishiyon ko dhyanavastha mein isare. One side the Brahma Tattva, other side the Brahma Tattva sadhanas, the other side the preparations, the other side all sorts of survivals, protections. These all put together is called Veda. They are revealed to our rishis. They have put it luckily in this words form. They are available. They are 95% of them are mystical. Maybe 2 or 3% we may crack down to understand. As we mature, grow, become subtler, have Shraddha in the Shruti Mata, then they get revealed to us. So, Parnamani Dharana Suktam. In this, the Rishi is Atharva, and then Soma is the Bhagavan, and Parnamani Rupena Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan in that Rupa. So, we are praying, this Parnamani reach me from wherever it is. May it come with all the force and strength, with the main purpose of empowering me, and second main purpose of destroying all the Shatrus. At one level of higher spiritual evolution, Shatrus are our own inner untrained Durgunas, untrained mind. Durgunas and untrained mind at the higher level. Same time, outside also, unknowingly the Shatrus will come. Nobody may not be deliberately wanting. Still, some things come to disturb our sadhana. They are called Shatrus. Even they should not touch me. Shatru is not necessarily a particular being. Shatru means anything. Shatanat Shatru. Shatana means, in Hindi, Satana. Whatever troubles us while we are doing our higher sadhana or even living a normal life, whoever is disturbing, troubling us, they are all Shatrus. It can be Vastu, Vyakti, Paristhiti, happening in the world, whatever. That should not trouble me. As we said, we want to sit for meditation. And then huge winds or rains or thunders, earthquakes. So they are the Shatru, Adi Bhautika, or what do you call them, Adi Daivika, Tapa. May it not happen. That's the idea. So then this Parnamani is the one which is bringing the Ojo Shakti of Indradi Devatas. It is having the essence of all the Oshadis, and this money remain with me permanently and then make me Varchasvi, full of Varchas. You know? The Varchas is the outer divine expression. Tejas is inner divine expression. The Varchas when we have, we attract the things and beings. Tejas when we have, we influence and we see the work is done. That is called Tejas. So to O Parnamani, I am requesting you, fill me with the Kshatra Tejaha so that I can perform. Get me all the wealths that are required. And then I am wearing you, and then with your help and blessings and power, I am getting my Rajya back. And then I am becoming the best of the kings. So the mainly the Parnamani is for the Raja. Then these Indradi Devatas in their own, planning secretly have hidden all their Shakti Tejas in this Parnamani. Then this knowing it through the revelation by the divine, I am wearing it to myself. May I get long life, and then may this money come to me with the long life. May Devatas give that permission that I get this money. Then this Parnamani has come from the Soma Lata Vruksha from the Swarga. This has full of all vitalities and strengths. Let the Indra give it to me. Let Varuna permit me to wear this. May this money give me Dirga Ayuhu as well as Tejaha. May this Parnamani having entered remove all the Stula Sukshma Arishta from me. Stula Arishta is the diseases of the body. Sukshma Arishta are the Durguna of the mana. And all that negative happening to us are called Arishta. May all of them be removed with the wearing of this Parnamani. May I be more richer than the richest, more knowledgeable than the knowledgeable with this money. And that richness and knowledge I use for sadhana and service. Then later the Rathakaras, Divaras, then all these silversmiths or goldsmiths, all these people, oh Parnamani, bring them around me. All professionals that are required, for running the kingdom, Rajya, may all of them come to me, the best of the ones with all their talents, abilities, professional, skills, abilities. In the same way, may all other kings, my own mantris, then the people who are the Suta, they are called. Gramana, the people who are staying in the towns and villages, let all of them be around me. May I have the ability to command them with right vision. May they obey, and may I be such a leader or king to rule the kingdom with all the best of, happinesses to everyone. So, O Palashamani, you are the Sharira Rakshaka. You are the Veera Dhira. So, come with the Surya Tejas to me, then fill me with that Tejas. So, in this way, that Parnamani Dharana, and while that done, this mantra or Sukta Ucharana done every day, thus the Shakti is invoked from Paramatma. These are all to be done. Then we get the result. And more details are mystical. In our, that's how Veda literature, you see, as we said in the beginning, every of the techniques that are given to empower ourselves, protect ourselves, and become ourselves asset to ourselves and world. That's a beauty. Veda ka artha hi wo hai. Now let us learn this one. 8 mantras are there in it. Om atharvana vedantargata स्वीय रक्षणार्थम समस्त शक्तीनां प्राप्त्यर्थम दिग्विजयार्थम पर्णमणि धारण सूक्तम ओम आयमगन पर्णमणिर्बली ओम आयमगन पर्णमणिर्बली बलेन प्रमृणन् सपत्नान् बलेन प्रमृणन् सपत्नान् ओजो देवानां पय ओषधीनां ओजो देवानां पय ओषधीनां वर्चसामाजिन्वत्वप्रयावन् वर्चसामाजिन्वत्वप्रयावन् आयमगन् पर्णमणिर्बली बलेन प्रमृणन् सपत्नान् ओजो देवानां पय ओषधीनां वर्चसामाजिन्वत्वप्रयावन् ॐ आयमगन् पर्णमणिर्बली बलेन प्रमृणन् सपत्नान् ओजो देवानां पय ओषधीनां वर्चसामाजिन्वत्वप्रयावन् सेकंड मयि क्षत्रं पर्णमणे मयि क्षत्रं पर्णमणे मयि धारयताद् रयिम् अहं राष्ट्रस्याभिवर्गे अहं राष्ट्रस्याभिवर्गे निजो भूयासमुत्तमः निजो भूयासमुत्तमः मयि क्षत्रं पर्णमणे मयि धारयताद् अहं राष्ट्रस्याभिवर्गे निजो भूयासमुत्तमः मयि क्षत्रं पर्णमणे मयि धारयताद् अहं राष्ट्रस्याभिवर्गे निजो भूयासमुत्तमः थर्ड मंत्र यं निदधुर्वनस्पतौ गुह्यं देवाः प्रियं मणिं तमस्मभ्यं सहायुषा देवा ददतु भर्तवे यं निदधुर्वनस्पतौ गुह्यं देवाः प्रियं मणिं तमस्मभ्यं सहायुषा देवा ददतु भर्तवे यं निदधुर्वनस्पतौ गुह्यं देवाः प्रियं मणिं तमस्मभ्यं सहायुषा देवा ददतु भर्तवे 4 सोमस्य पर्णः स उग्रमागन् इन्द्रेण दत्तो वरुणेन शिष्टः तं प्रियासं बहुरोचमानो दीर्घायुत्वाय शतशारदाय सोमस्य पर्णः सः उग्रमागन् इन्द्रेण दत्तो वरुणेन शिष्टः तं प्रियासं बहुरोचमानो दीर्घायुत्वाय शतशारदाय सोमस्य पर्णः सः उग्रमागन् इन्द्रेण दत्तो वरुणेन शिष्टः तं प्रियासं बहुरोचमानो दीर्घायुत्वाय शतशारदाय फिफ्थ वन आमारुक्षतु पर्णमणिर् मह्या अरिष्टतातये यथाहमुत्तरोऽसानि अर्यं न उत संविदः आमारुक्षत पर्णमणिर् मह्या अरिष्टतातये यथाहम् उत्तरोऽसानि अर्यं न उत संविदः आमारुक्षत पर्णमणिर्मह्या अरिष्टतातये यथाहमुत्तरोऽसानि अर्यं न उत संविदः। सिक्स्थ ये धीवानो रथकाराः ये धीवानो रथकाराः कर्माराये मनीषिणः कर्माराये मनीषिणः उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यम् उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यम् त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् ये धीवानो रथकाराः कर्माराये मनीषिणः उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यम् त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् ये धीवानो रथकाराः कर्माराये मनीषिणः उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यम् त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान्। 7 ये राजानो राजकृतः ये राजानो राजकृतः सूताग्रामण्यश्च ये सूताग्रामण्यश्च ये उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वम् उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् ये राजानो राजकृतः सूताग्रामण्यश्च ये उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् ये राजानो राजकृतः सूताग्रामण्यश्च ये उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान्। 8 पर्णोऽसि तनूपानः पर्णोऽसि तनूपानः सयो निर्वीरो वीरेण मया सयो निर्वीरो वीरेण मया संवत्सरस्य तेजसा संवत्सरस्य तेजसा तेन बध्नामि त्वामणे तेन बध्नामि त्वामणे पर्णोऽसि तनूपानः सयो निर्वीरो वीरेण मया संवत्सरस्य तेजसा तेन बध्नामि त्वामणे पर्णोऽसि तनूपानः सयो निर्वीरो वीरेण मया संवत्सरस्य तेजसा तेन बध्नामि त्वामणे। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. These are the 8 mantras. Let us chant 3 times. It will take 3 to 4 minutes. Narayana Rakshamam Bahimam. Om Atha Parnamani Dharana Suktam Tena Rakshanena आध्यात्मिक साधना भवतु मम सर्वस्य सनातन धर्मस्यापि संरक्षणं भवतु शत्रुनिर्मूलनं भवतु। ॐ आयमगन् पर्णमणिर्बली बलेन प्रमृणन् सपत्नान् ओजो देवानां पय ओषधीनां वर्चसामाजिन्वत्त्वप्रयावन् मयि क्षत्रं पर्णमणे मयि धारयताद्रयिम् अहं राष्ट्रस्याभिवर्गे निजो भूयासमुत्तमः यं निदधुर्वनस्पतौ गुह्यं देवाः प्रियं मणिं तमस्मभ्यं सहायुषा देवा ददतु भर्तवे सोमस्य पर्णः सह उग्रमाग्रन् आगन् इन्द्रेण दत्तो वरुणेन शिष्टः तं प्रियासं बहुरोचमानो दीर्घायुत्वाय शतशारदाय आमारुक्षत्पर्णमणिर्मह्या अरिष्टतातये यथाहमुत्तरोऽसान्यर्ण्यं न उत संविदः ये धीवानो रथकाराः कर्माराये मनीषिणः उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् ये राजानो राजकृतः सूताग्रामण्यश्च ये उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् पर्णोऽसि तनूपानः सयोनिर्वीरो वीरेण मया संवत्सरस्य तेजसा तेन बध्नामि त्वामणे। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Again. ॐ आयमगन् पर्णमणिर्बली बलेन प्रमृडन् सपत्नान् ओजो देवानां पय ओषधीनां वर्चसामाजिन्वत्त्वप्रयावन् मयि क्षत्रं पर्णमणे मयि धारयताद्रयिम् अहं राष्ट्रस्याभिवर्गे निजो भूयासमुत्तमः यं निदधुर्वनस्पतौ गुह्यं देवाः प्रियं मणिं तमस्मभ्यं सहायुषा देवा ददतु भर्तवे सोमस्य पर्णः सह उग्रमागन् इन्द्रेण दत्तो वरुणेन शिष्टः तं प्रियासं बहुरोचमानो दीर्घायुत्वाय शतशारदाय आमारुक्षत्पर्णमणिर्मह्या अरिष्टतातये यथाहमुत्तरोऽसान्यर्यं न उत संविदः ये धीवानो रथकाराः कर्माराये मनीषिणः उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् ये राजानो राजकृतः सूताग्रामण्यश्च ये उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् पर्णोऽसि तनूपानः स्वयोनिर्वीरो वीरेण मया संवत्सरस्य तेजसा तेन बध्नामि त्वामणे ॐ शान्तिः 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 वन्स् मोर् ॐ आयमगन् पर्णमणिर्बली बलेन प्रमृडन् सपत्नान् ओजो देवानां पय ओषधीनां वर्चसामाजिन्वत्त्वप्रयावन् मयि क्षत्रं पर्णमणे मयि धारयताद्रयिम् अहं राष्ट्रस्याभिवर्गे निजो भूयासमुत्तमः यं निदधुर्वनस्पतौ गुह्यं देवाः प्रियं मणिं तमस्मभ्यं सहायुषा देवा ददतु भर्तवे सोमस्य पर्णः सह उग्रमागन् इन्द्रेण दत्तो वरुणेन शिष्टः तं प्रियासं बहुरोचमानो दीर्घायुत्वाय शतशारदाय आमारुक्षत्पर्णमणिर्मह्या अरिष्टतातये यथाहमुत्तरोऽसानि हर्यं न उत संविदः ये धीवानो रथकाराः कर्माराये मनीषिणः उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् ये राजानो राजकृतः सूताग्राम्यण्यश्च ये उपस्तीन् पर्णमह्यं त्वं सर्वान् कृण्वभितो जनान् पर्णोऽसि तनूपानः स्वयोनिर्वीरो वीरेण मया संवत्सरस्य तेजसा तेन बध्नामि त्वामणे ॐ शान्तिः 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 Daily we are in this beautiful mode of chanting our Vedas belonging to our glorious eternal Sanatana Dharma. Let us take this as a duty. And in the initial days, whatever inhibitions, hesitations were there, all of them have gone. We have become familiar as to what our Atharvana Veda mantras contain in their mantra Brahmana Aranyaka Bhaga. In the Upanishads, Brahma Vidya is there. In this mantra Aranyaka Bhaga, how we invoke through yajnas, through upasanas, through prarthanas, through chantings, the grace of the divine, so that we are divinized, empowered, and every moment we are on the path of ultimate and the path of service. Be delighted, don't feel alien to these Veda mantras by becoming too familiar with the modern world of indulgences. Let's go back to our basics, go back to our roots of living life as our Rishi Munis have lived, of utmost inner and outer discipline, worships, services, and the realizations. Welcome, wonderful it is, and congrats for all those who are lucky, fortunate enough every day to participate in this Veda Mantrocharana. In the second topic today, the Gayatri Mantrocharana in our Mantra Dhyanam for some more days. Today's our Gayatri Mantra is Guru Gayatri again, as we have done yesterday, all Gurus. Today we will do the Guru Gayatri of our Guru. Today, Puja Gurudev's Jayanti. Therefore, is Gayatri Mantra we chant. Every Guru is Guru Tattva. Every Guru Tattva is Sakshat Parabrahma. But this much differentiation or clarity we have to have, that Guru is teaching this Sadvastu to us. Other than that, everybody teaching anything is a Guru. But that learning won't take us to the Sadvastu, won't give us the moksha. Sadguru gives Sadvastu, Sadvastu Prapti gives the Shashvata Bandhana Moksha, Moksha from Bandhana. So, only this much we have to be clear while being with the Guru, is a Sadguru or not, to be safe. Why? With so many of surrenders and efforts to the Guru and services, should we not reach the ultimate? Isn't it? Then who can teach us the ultimate is Sadguru. So put all your efforts of serving, surrendering at the feet of Sat teaching Sat Guru. So we are invoking all the Sadgurus. Krishna Vasudeva, Parabrahma Swarupa, and Sakala Shakti, they have the Gurus, our Gurudev. When we ardently pray, he can be with us to guide us in all our sadhanas. So today's our Gayatri Mantra of our Puja Gurudev is Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Sthita Prajnaya Dhimahi Tannaha Chinmayaha Prachodayat. Tannaschinmaya Guruhu Prachodayat. Okay. Tannaschinmaya Gurudevaha Prachodayat. We'll add. Or Tannaschinmayananda Saraswati Gurudevaha Prachodayat. If we can make it complete, it will be more heartening and touching. So Tat Purushaya Vidmahe, he is Tat Purusha only. He is no more Etat Jiva, he is Tat Brahma. And Sthita Prajnaya, all lakshanas that are there of the Sthita Prajna in all our Shastras, they are very much expressed in our Gurudev. Such Puja Gurudev, Chinmayananda Saraswati, Gurudevaha Prachodayat. We are asking him to be with us and give continuous inspiration, input, empowerment, that single pointedly we pursue only the Brahma Tattva, which is expected by him from us, which is expected by all the Sadgurus, the Guru Tattva from us. So, remember the form of Puja Gurudev, invoke him in the heart, do all the Upasana Puja, then chant this mantra, asking him to empower us. And we'll see how beautiful the life will be. Already the Guru is with us. He is the only one doing everything through us. Sometimes we may know it, many a times we forget it, but without this Guru in us, even breathing also is not possible to live. So the giver of life, giver of meaning to life, giver of fulfillment to life is the Guru himself. Okay? Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Sthita Prajnaya Dhimahi Tannaschinmayananda Saraswati Gurudevaha Prachodayat. Sat also yad. Sadgurudevaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Sthita Prajnaya Dhimahi Tannaschinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurudevaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Sthita Prajnaya Dhimahi Tannaschinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurudevaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Sthita Prajnaya Dhimahi Tannaschinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurudevaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Sthita Prajnaya Dhimahi Tannaschinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurudevaha Prachodayat. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेव प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे स्थितप्रज्ञाय धीमहि तन्नश्चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती सद्गुरुदेवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ परब्रह्मरूप गुरुतत्त्वरूप गुरुपरम्परारूप अस्मद्गुरु श्री चिन्मयानन्द सरस्वती स्वामिने नमः। ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि समस्तशक्त्योपचार भक्त्योपचार राजोपचार देवोपचारान् समर्पयामि। छत्रचामरान् समर्पयामि। स्तोत्रेण जपेन उपासनादिना भजनकीर्तनादिना तोषयामि प्रार्थयामि। ॐ श्री चिन्मयानंद सरस्वती सद्गुरु चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि आत्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा। सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः संरक्षणं पालनं पोषणं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा। बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुनिर्मूलनं कुरु स्वाहा. Yes, friends, we have done Guru Gayatri mantra. Revel through any of these mantras in the Tattva. That is the ultimate thing to be caught. Now, in our third topic of common sense thought, also we will, being Puja Gurudev's Jayanti, just remember him and thank him with all gratitudes, bhakti that he has chosen us, he has blessed us, he is blessing us. And then reassure to him that we walk the path shown by him. We do the sadhana and seva guided and indicated by him. All the rishis, Puja Gurudev, only these two, Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam na Pramaditavyam. Do the Swadhyaya, including the Manana, Chintana, Sadhana, Nididhyasana, included in that Pravachanabhyam, wherein you do the Pravachana on the Shastras so that others also become aware of it. In Taittiriya Upanishad, the Shishyas were taught by the Guru about this thing 9 times. तपश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च दमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च शमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्नेयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्निहोत्रं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च आतिथयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च मानुषं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजा च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजनश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजातिश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च. Like that 9 times it is told. Again in the next anuvak. So, Puja Gurudev, from his gurus, he has learnt it. He, reveling in the Brahman, did the pravachana on this tattva only through the pravachana on the prasthanatraya of our Gita, Upanishads, etc. and Prakarana Granthas. Isn't it? That is the direct, simple, all inclusive Adarsha ideal for us. Before he has done this colossal work of himself practically doing and inspiring hundreds and thousands of people to take up and start big, big organizations along with lakhs and lakhs of followers. Before that, we can look into Puja Gurudev's this Jivana, wherein everything was an inspired struggle or effort, like Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is always full of inspiration and full of efforts. Many of us don't put the effort. Naturally, when we don't put effort, results don't come. Then we are always perspired or disappointed. That is not the right way of living. The right way of living is keep the goal in front, get inspired from the goal itself, and keep on working tirelessly, relentlessly. Just see Puja Gurudev throughout his life, especially after taking that Diksha from Paramguru Shivanandaji and Shiksha from Paramguru Tapovana Maharaj. 42 and a half years, every day he was working for 18 hours, 20 hours. See that when we work 3, 4 hours, that is seen by people. But the remaining 20 hours, what we are doing? We know that. Wasting only the time. But the great masters, they don't do so. They just utilize every moment of their presence in the upadhis, in this horizon under the sky. And the great masters of the Gurudev's stature, they relentlessly work in uplifting the mind and intellect of the human beings to the reality. Puja Gurudev's, awakening Hindus to Hinduism. That's how. Awakening all of us to the Sanatana Dharma. His work of writing the books, you say, conducting the yajnas, hundreds and thousands of them traveling all over the world, establishing the samstha, guiding the ones to take care through it, the vision, motto, mission. So these are all you see, the amount of inspiration, the amount of working. Neither they are too much bogged up or worried by the problems of the upadhis. Because when we are in Sharira will have its problems. He had gone through two times the heart attack. You understand? BP is there, sugar is there, so many things. They are all Sharira Prarabdha. But that never stopped him from his work. Outer problems anyway will be there from the people. That time, the so-called orthodoxies, how much objections they raised. म्लेच्छों के भाषा में शास्त्र बोलोगे तुम नरक जाओगे. People have cursed him. He said, welcome, I'll wait for you there. It was an international language. He wanted to reach to all over the world. That's why he took up it in English and only one language. He didn't touch his mother tongue Malayalam, the other language Hindi which he knows, or Sanskrit. That is his way. So if you see it, it's a saga of continuous vision, continuous inspiration from the vision, and continuous hardest of the works to fulfill that vision. And these spiritual visions are endless. Therefore, they keep on happening. There's no saying like, I became an officer, ab ho gaya. No. Even after becoming officer, throughout life you have to work. Here also, Adhyatmika Pratishtha, inspiration is endless work. That's how he has chosen. As long as this equipment is there, so long I'll do that work only. That's a great, great inspiration to us. It's an open book, Puja Gurudev's Jivana. That's why Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Sthita Prajnaya Dhimahi. His presence every moment was expression of perfection and teaching the people around how to be perfect. Isn't it? Gurudev, even his talk, his walk, his sitting, his standing, his sleeping, everything is moving. सारे में वो ब्रह्म ज्ञान ब्रह्म वर्चस्व high level of awareness and discipline. We see it. So that way, he is Adarsha to us. Work wise, he is Adarsha to us. Then the expectation for him, from him, for us, from us is, of him, from us is, of this Shastra, Shravana, Dhyana, Mana, Chintana, Tattvanubhuti, and then doing this work only of spreading this Adhyatmikata. Other things others are doing. Maybe they're also required, let them do, but we are chosen for this. And we are convinced that in this service there is higher service. There is fulfillment for us also. So today, Puja Gurudeva's Jayanti, invoke him in our hearts, pray to him to be with us, get inspired from him, and as he lived the life of joy, life of dynamism, life of vision, life of continuous work, life of all values, all qualities. You know, he has achieved it. If he can achieve, every one of us also can try and achieve that. Isn't it? Such a, you know, with our eyes, the rishis of the yore we have seen, the divine walking we have seen. Isn't it? और क्या चाहिए आपको? यही देवता है, यही दिव्यता है, यही शक्ति है, whom we have seen. All great gurus of that cadre are like that only. The rishis, munis of your, the Sapta rishis, the Vasishtadis, the three Bhrugu, Vasishta Gautamadi, they all are. Then in the recent period of the Adi Shankaras, etc., they are all the moving gods only on the earth. This is God. So to these great saints who have identified with Brahman, they are God only. है ना? Mainly from Gurudeva, Utsaha we can learn, inspiration. Then Karma Parata, continuous hard work we can learn. Then From his Ashtotram, every name is learning only for us. And one of the thing is, he never allowed the upadhis to overpower him and his work. You understand? We become slave to our upadhi, both for giving the bhoga to them, later on suffering the roga. Isn't it? He never gave bhoga. By prarabdha, whatever roga came, he never yielded to it. He went on working. Remember that 1991, I think Hyderabad, somewhere. From Yajneshala, he was going to the railway station. Those days, not so many flights here, no? Only international flights and some big towns. The whole committee of youngsters were running behind him when he was walking with such a vigorous speed. At that age, he was already 75 by then. What a masterly! And the way he went, sat in station, railway station, in the train, there no compartment. We all went one by one doing pranam. He's blessing us. It was fantastic. Those days, you were so young, all those expressions or nothing were known, even now also. But then there is a fulfillment of seeing a complete Mahatma, a completed being. The divinity, if it is in flesh and blood, looks like this. Oh, Krishna was like this. Oh, Rama was like this. Oh, Adishankara was like this. So we get a glimpse of all of them. उनको तो हमने प्रत्यक्ष देखे नहीं, देखे होंगे उस शरीर में, अभी अब तो याद है ना, but we can say. So get inspiration from Puja Gurudev. Live life like him, dynamically. You know, he used to say each of my disciple should become an institution and serve the Dharma or Shastras, isn't it? So today, in that common sense thought, remember such great gurus who have touched us. Puja Gurudev, we have seen. But the other gurus, Param Guru Tapon Maharaj is with us, Shivananda Maharaj is with us, Adi Shankara Bhagavan, Gaudapada Bhagavan, Shukadeva Bhagavan, Vyasa Bhagavan, Valmiki, Vishwamitra, Vasishta. All these rishis are always with us. We have to recognize their presence. We have to see their guidances. We have to follow them. That's how our attention and attitude should be. Then we are fulfilled quickly without much delay. Okay. So we'll pay our respects to Puja Gurudev by chanting the Sri Chinmayashtakam. Okay. Let me see if I remember it. Om Omkara Sonamakarandara Sampibantam Adhyatma Brungamavanital Bhagya Shrungam Ananda Purnamatima Pratima Prabhavam Shri Chinmayam Guruvaram Hrudi Bhavayami Unmiladambujadalayata Mugdhanetram उत्तप्तनिर्मलसुवर्णसमानगात्रम् उन्निद्रभक्तजनमानसराजहंसं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि आयामरम्यभुजदण्डगभीररूपं मायान्धकारविनिवारणभद्रदीपम् मुद्रादरिद्रकरुणावरुणादिवासं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि धावल्यमञ्जुलमृदुस्मितकान्तिपूरं विस्मारिताखिलपदानतदुःखभारम् आताम्रशोभनपरिच्छेदसंवृताङ्गं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि विज्ञानसारवचनामृतजन्नुकन्या निःशेषधौतभवकिल्बिषमुन्नतांसं श्रीखण्डमण्डितमनोज्ञविशालबालं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि सान्दीपनीति भुवनप्रथितं प्रशान्तम् अध्यासितं परममङ्गलमालयाग्र्यं श्रीमत्तपोवनतपोधनुशिष्यवर्यं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि। कल्याणशीतलकटाक्षनिरीक्षणेन तापत्रयप्रशमनैकपरं सुधीरं प्रज्ञानवारिधितरङ्गविहारलोलं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि। नानापुराणनिगमागमतत्त्वविज्ञं साक्षात्कृतप्रणवसारमुदारभावं संसारघोरतरकाननदाववह्निं श्रीचिन्मयं गुरुवरं हृदि भावयामि। ओम श्री चिन्मयानंद सरस्वती सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मयानंद सरस्वती सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मयानंद सरस्वती सद्गुरवे नमः. Pray Gurudev happens in all of us. Thank you. Om 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 Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam. Om Viditanamaya Vishadaikakala Nacha Kinchana Kanchanamasti Guru Dhrutameva Videhi Krupam Sahajam Bhava Shankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatetam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tannamahami Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Vidya Bhakti Vidya Yoga Vidya Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. श्वेताश्वतरो उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ते तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृते धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं शाश्वतरूपेण अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. Let us chant from the mantra number 10. 10th we have done 9, yesterday we have done 10. I think we have done up to 12. Still, from 10 to 14, let us do the whole. No, we are in this chapter. No, chapter 4 में 12 तक हमने देखा. Let us do from 13. ओम यो देवानाम् अधिपो यस्मिन् लोकाः अधिश्रिताः य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम सूक्ष्मातिसूक्ष्मं कलिलस्य मध्ये विश्वस्य स्रष्टारमनेकरूपं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा शिवं शान्तिमत्यन्तमेति स एव काले भुवनस्य गोप्ता विश्वादिवः सर्वभूतेषु गूढः यस्मिन् युक्ता ब्रह्मयो देवताश्च तमेवं ज्ञात्वा मृत्युपाशांश्छिनत्ति. Our sixth chapter now. Chant that mantra 21. तपः प्रभावात् देवप्रसादात् च ब्रह्मः श्वेताश्वतरोऽथ विद्वान् अत्याश्रमिभ्यः परमं पवित्रं प्रोवाच सम्यक् ऋषिसङ्घजुष्टम् तपः प्रभावात् देवप्रसादात् च ब्रह्मः श्वेताश्वतरोऽथ विद्वान् अत्याश्रमिभ्यः परमं पवित्रं प्रोवाच सम्यक् ऋषिसङ्घजुष्टम् tapah prabhavat, because of prabhava of the prabhava yukta tapasya done. What are tapasyas? We have seen. Deva prasadat, because of obtaining, by obtaining the prasada, prasanna anugraha of the prasannata anugraha of the devata. How? By the upasana, as it is said here. With these two things, the great Rishi Shwethashwatharaji, Brahmaha Shwethashwatharaha Vidwan, he has become the knower of Brahman. And what is the Vidwan? The 12 words were told about Vidwan. है ना? गुरु परंपरा उक्तः शास्त्रोक्तः then guruna proktah etc 12 words about in this way he has realized Brahman. Thereafter atyashrabhibhyah, to the atyashramins, to the sannyasins, to the ones who have pushkala vairagyavadhyah, to them, after himself realizing कि अथ स्वानुभवादार्ढ्य अनंतरम, after himself becoming drudha in his swa anubhava of brahma tattva, then he has invited these atyashramins, or he went there or they came to him. Up to this visa, to them paramam pavitram provacha samyak rishi sangha jushtam, that brahma anubhuti which he has got, that brahma vidya alone he taught to these atyashramins. To this Brahma Vidya, two adjectives were used, Paramam and Pavitram. What is Paramam? We saw yesterday this one. Paramam Tadeva. Paramam means Prakrutam Brahma, the Brahma Tattva which we are studying. Tadeva Paramam. That Brahman alone is Paramam. There is nothing higher than that. For somebody to talk, for somebody to listen, for somebody to contemplate, for someone to realize. आया बात समझ में? There is no thing utkrishta greater than the Brahman to realize, to contemplate, to talk about, etc. That is why Shankara Bhagavan used the word eva, tadeva. So Brahma, Paramam means Prakrutam Brahma, tadeva Paramam. And that Paramam, he again says Utkrishtatamam. Utkrishtatamam. The higher than the highest, greater than the greatest, nobler than the noblest too. You have to justify why it is Paramam Utkrishtatamam. Because when that Brahman is realized, in the realization of the Brahman, Nirasta Samasta Avidya, the entire Avidya gets Nirasta. Samasta Avidya Nirasta. Samasta is entire. Avidya is ignorance. Nirasta gets removed. Along with Tatkarya, the avidya karya of kama, karma, karma phala, janma marana samsara. Or tatkarya means asmita, raga, dvesha, avinivesha. Yes. Asmita is ahankara. Raga, dvesha is with the objects of the world, people of the world. Abhinivesha is identity with the sthula sharira. This is the whole samsara, no? So that is the avidya karya. All of that gets nirasta. Nirasta avidya, nirasta samasta avidya tatkarya. Okay, that is big why it is called as tadeva paramam utkrishtatamam. Okay, nirasta samasta avidya tatkarya. This is one half of the benefit when you know Brahman. Second, niratishaya sukha ekarasam. That state of Brahman is niratishaya sukha ekarasam. Niratishaya means there is nothing higher, greater than this. Sukha, not through some medium or some contamination or something mixed up with it. No. Eka rasam. Sukha eka rasam. It is simple, continuous, homogeneous mass of bliss only. And the earlier adjective of this place is most important. Like in life, any sukha we get, we always look for something higher than it. And always there is something higher. Possible in this world is sukha. Isn't it? Sukha of traveling in scooter. You have a better sukha to travel in auto or car. Sukha of staying in a house with 1 2 bedrooms. There is a sukha to have a bigger house too. There is sukha with fan, cooler, but you can have AC also. So there is always in every of the worldly sukha atishayata, atishaya sukha, something higher than it. A friend you have, a better friend also can be there. A food, good food. There can be more tasty, more sumptuous, nourishing food also is possible. But this Brahma Sukha is such that Niratishaya, Nirgata Atishaya means इससे बढ़कर दूसरा सुख नहीं. ये सबसे बड़ा है. और कोई अकलमंदा है तो सबसे बड़ा सुख का ही खोज करना है ना. निरस्त अतिशय सुखम सुख एक रसम is that Brahman. Positive. The other one was avidya tatkaryam. Samasta nirasta samasta avidya tatkaryam. Then niratishaya sukha ekarasam. In our language, total absence of all dukkhas and continuous eternal presence of infinite sukha is that Brahmananda, Brahma Sukha, Brahma Prapti Sukha. Naturally, it must be Paramam, it must be Utkrishtatamam. It should help us in strengthening our desire to realize it, desire to know it. Paramam. And when he got the Paramam, our great Shwethashwathara Rishiji, why will he give anything lower to the world? And this Paramam Brahma Prapti is not such an object that when you share it with others, then you won't have it. ऐसा नहीं है ना. बाकी चीजें जब दूसरों को देता हूं तो वो मेरे पास नहीं होती. इसलिए half of it I will give, or if there are 2 3 things qualitatively higher quality wala I'll keep with me, the lower one I give to others. Like you to your servants, you don't give your suit boot coat जो थोड़ा पुराना हुआ है ऐसे ही देते हो. But in this Brahma Vidya case, when I give the Brahma Vidya to others, I don't lose it. Therefore, why hesitate? Without hesitation, I can give, and because it is the best one, I can give. When I give it, I am not the loser. Therefore, he has chosen to give this Paramam to that Atyashramins. So, Paramam is Utkrishtatamam because Nirasta Avidya Tatkarya, then Niratishaya Sukha Ekarasa. Paramam is explained. Now, what is Pavitram? Pavitram means Shuddham, purer than the purest. What is the Shuddhata in this Brahman? Prakruta, Prakriti, Prakrutadi, Mala, Vinir, Muktam. Beautiful it is. Prakriti, the Trigunatmika Maya. Prakruta, the Maya Janita. Mala, all the dirt and impurities are not there in that Brahman. Prakriti, Prakruta, Maladi, प्राकृतादि मल विनिर्मुक्तम. प्रकृति प्राकृत आदि मल विनिर्मुक्तम. So the prakriti is tamoguna, the prakrita is jadata. Prakriti is Rajoguna. The Prakrita is Chanchalata. The Prakriti is Sattva-guna. The Prakrita is this worldly Jnanam. These are all Mala only, na? The worldly Jnanam makes us desire the worldly things. That worldly desire makes us work for the worldly things. The worldly work gives us only worldly Jada objects. Jada objects bind us by not allowing us to realize our Chaitanya Swarupa. That is why this Brahma Vidya is Pavitram. Prakriti Prakrutadi Mala Vivarjitam, Vinirmuktam. So, Atyasramibhyaha word stands explained. Paramam explained. Pavitram explained. Then now Bhagavan explains Provacha at the end. Now Rishi Sangha Justam he is explaining. Justam means served by, enjoyed by. Rishi Sangha. Sangha means the whole herd of rishis. So many of the rishis from the beginning of creation, like when the creation done by Brahmadeva according to Pauranic way, actually creation has never happened. First he created was Sanakadi Muni. The Sanakadi Muni said, "Hum to Brahma mein revel karenge." From them, the Brahma Vidya went on being spread. Therefore, from that time till now, all the Rishi Sanghas are reveling and spreading this Brahma Vidya only. He also followed same thing. What is the lesson for us? We also should follow same. Learn Brahma Vidya, realize Brahma Vidya, spread Brahma Vidya because it's Paramam and Pavitra. So Rishi Sangha Jushtam. Okay. ऋषि संघ कौन है? वामदेव सनकादी नाम संघई. ऋषि संघ मीन्स वामदेव सनकादी नाम संघई. The Vamadeva Rishi and his disciples and the rishis in his time. Sanakadi, I already told you, Sanakavi naam liya. Then many other rishis, Sapta rishis, we have many other rishis who doesn't come in Sapta rishis, hundreds and thousands of them. So they are all called Rishi Sangha. Jushtam means Sevitam. So Jushtam Sevitam. So what do you mean by the Rishi Sanghas have done the Sevanam of this Brahma Vidya? What is the meaning of the Sevanam of Brahma Vidya by this Rishi Sangha? Sevitam means Atmatvena Sevitam. Atmatvena Sevitam. They have uh, enjoyed this Brahman as themselves. Sevita means served also. They served Praja by revealing this Brahman to be their self. So, Sanaka Rishi Sangha Justam means Rishi means Vamadeva Sanakadinam Rishinam Sanghaihi Samohaihi Justam Sevitam Atmatvena Sevitam means Samyak Paribhavitam. Atmatvena Sevitam. After realizing it as one's own self, second word is Samyak Paribhavitam. Samyak Rupena, with all respect and reverence. Pari means at all times, in all places. Bhavitam, they respected, valued it. Samyak, by all means. Paritaha, wholeheartedly. Bhavitam, they respected, revered that Brahmanubhuti, which they realized as Atman. Who are they? Vamadeva, Sanakadi, Rishi, Sangha, Rishi, Samoha. So, Rishi Sangha, Vamadeva, Sanakadi, Rishi, Samohaihi, Justam, Sevitam, Atmatvena. After that, Samyak Paribhavitam. And then the next word is so sweet. Priyatama Anandatvena Ashritam. Priyatama Anandatvena Ashrita means what is most Priyatama to everyone? Ananda. And who is of the nature of the Ananda? This Brahman. Therefore, they are Ashrita, held on to this Parabrahma Swarupa to be the Priyatama Ananda. Ananda is Priyatama, But the Ananda is the highest Ananda. It is never going away Ananda. It is never diminishing Ananda. It is never looted by anybody. It is not limited or conditioned. Most important is it is not object dependent, nor it is required to put lot of efforts to gain it, not to maintain it. It is effortless because it is my own self. That's why in Taittiriya Upanishad Bhasha, we have seen three Anandas. है ना, आनंदमय कोश के तीन चीजें, शिरः उत्तर एंड दक्षिण पक्ष, तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः, मोदो दक्षिणः पक्षः, प्रमोद उत्तर पक्षः, देन आनंद. So the priya, moda, pramoda are objective anandas. The ananda is the subjective ananda, where there are no efforts required, no fear that it goes away, reduces, or anybody takes it away. That is why this Brahmananda becomes Priyatama Ananda. So, Priyatama Ananda Stvena Ashritam. See, Rishi Sangha Justam means by Rishi Sangha it is Sevitam, enjoyed. Ek to Atmatvena, second Samyak Paribhavitam, third one Priyatama Ananda Tvena Ashritam. They never left that Brahmananda to get lost in the Priya Moda Pramoda of the worldly things and beings. The stature of the Rishi is so great because they never compromised with, sacrificed the Priyatama Ananda for the sake of the lower Priya Moda Pramoda Anandas of the worldly nature. Priya Moda Pramoda. Priya Moda Pramoda means when you remember your beloved sweet, that joy comes. That's called Priya. That sweet, when it is in front of you in your plate, it's called Moda. When you consume it, it is Pramoda. But it's all objective. The Ananda is, I am the eternal conscious self, all pervading, birthless, changeless, deathless, decayless, and one without second. You know, this Ananda is ultimate. That is real Ananda. This Brahman is that. Therefore, Rishi Sanghavar, जैसे जगत में कोई भी खाने का चीज मिले तो उस खाने के लिए किस तरह वो जीव भागते हैं, उसी तरह ये सारे ऋषि संघ हमेशा ब्रह्मानंद रस में ही रहते. वो बाहर आना ही नहीं चाहते. वाई दे आर नॉट सीन, वाई दे आर इन द डेंस फॉरेस्ट, वाई द गुफा, बिकॉज दे आर रेवलिंग इन दैट ब्रह्मानंद. प्रियतम आनंदत्वेन आश्रितम ब्रह्मानंद. Priyatama Anandatvena Ashritam. They take the Ashraya of this Brahmananda because it is the Priyatama Ananda, because it is higher than Priya, Moda and Pramoda. It is subjective Ananda. It is the Utkrishta Ananda. It is Ananta Ananda, Shashwata Ananda, Nitya Ananda. Never diminishing, never required to depend on others. Wala Ananda. So, Rishi Sangha, Vamadeva, Sanakadi, Rishi Sanghaihi Samuhaihi Justam means Sevitam. How? Atmatvena. Thereafter Samyak Paribhavitam. Thereafter Priyatama Anandatvena Ashritam. These are all objects of the Brahma Jnana only, along with Paramam Pavitram. तो परम पवित्र सारे ऋषि संघ के द्वारा सेवित that Brahma Vidya, which he himself having enjoyed or experiencing, this great Rishi, Shwethashwathara, gave it to the Atyashramins. In his time, whoever were there, the Atyashramins, to them he gave. So here the four things. The first important thing is Rishi Shwethashwathara. Second important thing is he experienced the Brahman. Third important thing is the Atyashramins. Fourth important thing is to that Atyashramins, this Paramam Pavitram Rishi Sangha Justam Brahma Vidya, he gave or Provacha. He taught them. Atyashramibhyah paramam pavitram provacha samyak rishi sangha jushtam. See, this shloka is so exhaustive, isn't it? So many details. While studying itself, our manabuddhi can become purer, subtler, sharper. Even if you are attentively listening, concentration also grows. And this Shwethashwathara, which he gave the Brahma Vidya to Rishi Sangha, is what we are studying from last 800 days. Nothing understood, or only little understood. Provacha is not that after this he taught. What we were studying so far is itself this one, the Brahma Vidya. But why didn't I understand? Because you are not Atyashrami. So simple it is. I am not Atyashrami, so I won't understand anybody. So, how many words are taught? Everything, almost. So, Atyashrami explained, Paramam is explained, Pavitram is explained, Rishi Sangha explained. Two words are remaining, Provacha and Samyak. Okay, what is that? Priyam Priyatama Anandatvena Ashritam. And to prove that this Brahma Ananda is Priyatama Ananda, the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad quotation, Bhagavan Shankara says. What it is? Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati Iti Shrutehe. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, fourth Adhyaya, in the fifth Khanda, in the sixth mantra or Anuvaka, you can see it. There around 13 or 14 things come. Nava are patyuh kamaya pati priyo bhavati atmanastu kamaya pati priyo bhavati nava are patnya kamaya patni priya bhavati atmanastu kamaya patni priya bhavati nava are putrasya kamaya putra priyo bhavati atmanastu kamaya putra priyo bhavati nava dhanasya rajasya kamaya dhano rajyo priyo bhavati atmanastu kamaya. Finally, Sarvam Atmanastu Kamaya Priyo Bhavati. Everything we love because we love ourselves first. Ourself, the self is capital S. Why? Because we love that which is the giver of bliss. Why are we loving the self by default? Because whether we know it or not, it is the source of bliss. Now let us know it. Atma is the most Priyatama because it is the infinite bliss. That is the meaning of Rishi Sangha Jushtam. Okay. Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati iti Shrutehe. Then Samyak and Provacha, these two words are there. Samyak, he explains Samyak Rupena. Provacha, one sentence he says. What is Samyak? Samyak means Atmataya Aparokshi Kritam Yatha Bhavati Tatha. Atmataya Aparokshi Kritam Yatha Bhavati Tatha. Means every of his students, listeners, should experience this Brahman as the aparoksha Atma, not self. जिस तरह से अपरोक्ष रूप में अपने आत्मा के रूप में इस ब्रह्म का अनुभव हो जाए सुनने वालों को, उस तरह से उन्होंने सुनाया पढ़ाया. दैट इज मीनिंग ऑफ सम्यक. लाइक ए मैथमेटिक्स प्रोफेसर, सम्यक रूपेण, व्हेन ही explains that principle, every of the student, the dull-witted most also is able to catch it. That is the meaning of samyak, best way. There are some teachers, they take along with even the dullest students also and make them to understand. Some other teachers, जो wisest student है उसको भी समझ में नहीं आता. That's how they don't teach perfectly. But here samyak means आत्मतया अपरोक्षीकृतम यथा भवति तथा. जिस तरह से अपरोक्ष रूप में आत्म रूप में ब्रह्म अनुभव में आता है सुनने वालों को, उस तरह से उन्होंने सम्यक रूपेण बताया. सो सम्यक इति अस्य काक अक्षि न्यायेन उभयत्र अनुषंगः. सो ये सम्यक को दोनों जगह पे यूज करो. सम्यक ऋषि संग जुष्टम ना, प्रोवाच सम्यक ऋषि संग जुष्टम सम्यक ऋषि संग जुष्टम, ऋषियों के द्वारा अच्छी तरह से सेवित, exhaustively experienced by him, by the rishi sangha. There you add the word samyak. Use the word samyak also with word provach. So the rishi sangha samyak justam, exhaustively as the self they experienced. Shwethashwathara Rishiji samyak provacha. He also taught in a complete perfect manner so that the Brahman is experienced as Atman by the students. This is how the last word remains now. Provacha uktavan. He gave out that knowledge to the deserving atyashramins. With this mantra which we were trying to study from 4 5 days, we have done it. Two more mantras to conclude this Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Then comes the big Chandogya Upanishad. We will study that also. It's a big struggle to me because I am studying along with you also, with only. Not that I know everything. आपके साथ ही पढ़ रहा हूं मैं, बट लगेंगे हम उस पे भी. So these two more mantras may take 7 to 8 days for us because of lot of bhashya is there. Then maybe next to 1 week or so, without break, immediately after Shwethashwathara concludes, next day only we start the Chandogya Upanishad. Once that is over, Brahadaranyaka. After that, the Chatusutri of the Brahma Sutras will study. वहां तक हम करें. This is called Prasthanatrayam. Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and Gita. Gita anyway I am doing in Hindi. So our job is Prasthanatraya and some Puranas, some Smriti Granthas, some Prakaranas to study, to be clear about the Brahma Vidya. We are doing it as our service and our sadhana. Welcome. We'll conclude today. Tomorrow we'll again see the 22nd mantra. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramanishubhyo Parabrahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Namaha Om Shri Chinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurudevaya Namaha Tat Sat Brahmarpanastu. Please join for Gita, just 20 minutes.